Wow. Holy moly.
I got first. Insider info.
Yeah, that's wow. Okay. Why does it say it's scheduled? How is it scheduled? Okay, hold on. Wow, jeez. Man, I just went full idiot on this. I'm sorry, guys. That's geez, that's been frustrating. You know, we're always like a day late and $1 short. Ah! All right, guys. So thank you for joining us. We know that there's all sorts of stuff on TV, and hey, we gotta get a little closer.
Just sniffing my knee.
Yeah, it's getting very intimate with you. Guys, I will have you know that Laz is in full spandex here. He just got done riding, you know, so he's
changed most of it.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a little while to try and figure it out. I really feel dumb and humbled. So yeah. But anyway, guys, thanks for coming and spending your time with us. It's you know, this is a Sunday. You guys are doing all sorts of other stuff, but thank you for coming and spending your time with us. We got a totally different format. We've got a lot of goodies to cover with you. Lots of different fun topics here. So
trying to figure out this part of it.
Let's do it. All right. So we wanted to kick off, and if you know, Cletus has done something absolutely awesome for us, and the fact that we're going to be able to go and do like mullets and all that other junk, it's going to be a heck of a lot of fun. And Cletus and cars. So for one, we definitely wanted to say, hey, if you guys haven't got your tickets yet for Le Mullets, go ahead and get those right now. So that's awesome. Hey man, thank you guys so much for Sofa King. Dang, that's pretty awesome. Thanks for the support. And hopefully some of you guys can chime in if you guys are going to be coming to Cletus and Cars. So definitely want to get some feedback on that. See if you guys are going to make it. Hey, from Asheville, we're going to have a 5-minute section here where it's going to be ask us anything. And we're going to do that a couple times. So we're going to come back to that. We're going to go kind of round robin with some other stuff like that. So looking forward to Hunter Biden laptop in the house. Awesome. Hey, from Michigan, Nova Scotia. Very cool. Guys, thanks for Southern Mississippi. Very, very cool. When are we selling puppies again? When we have another litter, you guys will know. We'll definitely let you know on that. So those of you that have or have not noticed here, Laz has been working hard. He's lost some weight. He's in great shape here. He's getting better every day. Getting better every day here. So we wanted to say, that's awesome. Hey, look, Justin McMahon. That was a former live stream guest that we had there. Definitely had a heck of a lot of time. I'm sorry, I'm hitting the table. My wife's yelling at me over there. Also, George is going to be on. He's not here. He's driving back from South Carolina. We really wanted to have all three of us together. However, if you guys see him on here, he's under Cornbread Mafia.
Jamison, thank you.
Yes. Hey, thank you. That's freaking awesome. Again, we got a lot of topics to cover, but you guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for the support because, again, we keep doing so much more and more stuff, and it's because you guys support. So that is freaking awesome. So listen here, we're gonna do this in about 3 minutes here to ask us anything. And that's gonna last for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna do that again. So here we go. We're starting right now. Here we're gonna set this fella on there. All right. So let's cover. Actually, we got to cover the cars. What we're working on here first. So we wanted to give you guys an update. The 9-second. Well. The 10-second V that we're trying to be the first in the 9s with the bolt-on V3. So
10:05.
10:05. So huge congrats to Ben. We've been working on this, and we're super pumped that it's gonna. We're hoping he's gonna be able to do it. So the funny thing about Ben is that he's in and out of town for 2 weeks at a time. So we're trying. We're actually George is working on something to try and make a little bit more power. And honestly, I'm blown away that car's been that fast. I never even checked the air fuel on the street, which is crazy. So that normally doesn't happen, but yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. So
Tommy at ICT Billet, thanks.
Oh heck yeah, Cornbread Mafia, there he is right there. All right, so guys, if you see Cornbread Mafia there, that's George. So he's gonna be joining us, and you guys can heckle him or whatever. One of the topics here, I wanted to get this in the back of you guys' minds here, and we're gonna write this down. So for you guys who are watching, think back and some of these videos, what are some of your favorite Georgisms? What are some of your favorite quotes that George ever said? So think about that. We might do something with that, but looking forward to hearing some of your input on that. We're going to come back to that. So on the same topic of cars that we're working on, the 9-second V, hopefully we're trying to be the first, bolt-on 9-second V. Guys, we finally dynoed the 2020 Silverado with a Pro Charger, and we have some good news. It's actually the highest dynoing 2020 Silverado. Not like there's a ton of them, but but it did make the highest dyno, and we're going to have a video on that probably tomorrow. So that's going to be pretty awesome. And you were doing some stuff for your Jeep too, so tell us a little bit about that.
We're taking the Jeep to Tennessee for Thanksgiving, and just haven't used it really in the last year. You haven't seen it much, and just had to go over some things and get it freshened back up. I'll try and do some videos while we're up there. We're gonna get some wheeling footage on here finally.
Ben's mustache is flawless.
He cut it off.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, as long as we've known Ben, he's never had a mustache, and he grew this like pervert mustache. It was just so hard to get used to.
What's funny is Wednesday night we went to the track next door.
Yeah.
And I gave him the open face helmet. So 70s open face helmet, stash. He had it going on.
George is kind of like Tickle for Moonshiners. That's a good one right there. Just more sober. Yeah. Dude, I remember there was all sorts of like crazy people thinking that like George was on meth every time he was on there. And also, by the way, we need to get a little bit more feedback from you guys here too about how many of you guys remember Squirrel and how many of you have been hanging around since Squirrel, because I put something up on Instagram, which also, by the way, please check out our Instagram, join that. I put up a little post on there about how many of you guys kind of want to see another Squirrel video. I kind of got one that I've been sitting there. Hey, Dickie V, that's pretty awesome. Good evening, fella. Yeah, that's awesome. That's Dickie Venables. That's a top fuel crew chief there, man. He's a super awesome guy. I mean, he's really been a cool guy for us. But yeah, I mean,
Squirrel's a character.
Squirrel is a character. We got a story of a car that we obtained, and Squirrel is heavily involved in that story right there. So if you guys are looking for that, that dog will hunt. That's a very good Georgism, 100%. So taking notes here. If you find something else you want, let me.
All right. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah.
Sorry for looking at my phone.
Yeah, we're trying
to read these.
Yeah. That dog will hunt. Cornbread Mafia. Yep. And actually some of the time they spent with Acorn. So here, we'll give it one more minute here, and then we're going to go to Ask Us Anything. So again, if you guys have been tuning in, we're going to kind of go through these in sections. We're changing up our format here, so hopefully you guys enjoy it.
Ben's not allowed to buy a helicopter or Tesla until he runs 9s.
Well, he'll definitely do it. Trying to be the first in the 9s is the big thing, though. But all right, so we already covered the 2020 Silverado. Guys, I took my Miata out of town, and I didn't even do a video on it. I was just so upset. I took the Miata out of town. I went all the way up to Atlanta, and I broke an axle again, and it was a mission just to get there, and we almost couldn't run. They had some sort of special event, and they were kicking us out for a seatbelt, and the lady read my date on my seatbelt wrong. It was terrible. It was so I'm not going to do anything on that, but I wanted to give you guys an update on it. There was a little bit of kicking down low, Also, how many of you guys are diesel guys? And I also wanted to ask if you guys have ever put methanol on your diesel, or if you have some really good information of some guys that have. That's one of our topics, something that we're looking at doing in the very near future. So looking to hear from you guys on that. Somebody in the comments at one point, I did speak with him on a couple things, so he was really, really helpful. Some of the power figures he said seemed a little outlandish, but we'll see. New Zealand? Somebody from New Zealand in here?
I'm trying to figure out. He said, James said George's PFI Speed stepson.
No. No. Definitely not.
I don't see the resemblance like stuff.
All right, so guys, think about any Georgisms here, and we're going to move to our Ask Us Anything section. So if you are just joining us or not, hopefully you guys can see that. By the way, this is my kitchen, and my wife is out of town. I think she's going to be pissed when she sees this, but we'll see. So, all right, so let's take a question for you both. Have you any car? All right, hold on. All right, we're going to try this. Tom Shields. I think we all know the answer to that question here. Hold on here. Let's. All right, I'm gonna try and answer these. And the guys, we got 5 minutes here. We're gonna put this on the timer here. 5 minutes start here. What's the deal with the black Crown Vic? It has kind of been, shelved for the longest time here. We had a problem with software. Since we're sponsored by HB Tuners, we were trying to get the black Crown Vic back up and running because they were teasing that they were going to have software. They're not going to have the software. So I waited and waited and waited, and honestly, for nothing. I need to get a little bit of seriously, Rusty Shackelford? Is that who, Mr. Rusty Shackelford, do you run an Instagram page? And if so, I follow you. All right. So anyhow, we do want to get the Crown Vic back. A realistic time frame on when we're going to be back, sometime probably before Christmas. I have to have some help with tuning it because I don't have the software. All right. To answer
this is the ask you anything.
Yeah.
Joey asked about your pinky finger.
My pinky finger. All right. So this is me making a fist here. Quick little story background on that. I broke it when I was probably, and I can't really straighten it. So check this out. I can bend down on that joint, but I can't go back up. So that's kind of just I don't have that tendon deal right there. So hopefully y'all are all grossed out a little bit about that. But yeah, it's a long story. I've had multiple surgeries on it. I broke it in a funny way. I've had multiple pins in it. I think one time I had surgery and my pin was sticking out a little too far, and I tried to cut the pin down, and I tried to cut it, and it twisted in the scissors and ejected it across the room, and I kind of freaked out. I was like, oh my God, I just had surgery on this like a week ago, and it's like I shot it across the room. But anyway, next question here.
Ask about building me a drift car, and I don't see any plans for it, but you never know.
Building you a drift car?
Yeah.
Well, LAZ doesn't really fit in the BMW very good, right? And
or the 350.
Or the 350. I mean, it's.
Well, should we get them?
Get a Jeep Comanche. I'm stretching,
Bad idea, actually. Little mail truck.
If Squirrel was to build a car, what would Squirrel build? Ooh, I don't know. Honestly, Squirrel is such a truck guy. Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Anything else you can think of?
Race truck. I think I've heard race truck said before.
Race truck? Yeah. All right. What do you think makes the baddest billet turbo wheels? Ooh, and who is the fastest? And what is the fastest 6L80 that you've tuned? I think Holly will ever support the 6L80. Actually, I think that they do. I thought that they did support the 6L80.
No.
They don't.
No, I had somebody look at them.
Okay, because recently I was here. Come a little closer here, big feller here.
Josh just looked that up like 2 weeks ago.
Okay. All right.
That's what he told me.
Chris or Jerry, hey, what's up, buddy, from Syracuse? Yeah, he's sent me some memes that are pretty funny recently. I think he had was it Hillary showing up in the FedEx truck? Like, we got the ballots you requested or something like that. That's pretty funny. All right. Okay, to answer your question about the 6L80 real quick, we have Andy Driver, I think, was probably the fastest one. He's been probably 940s, 950s with a stock 6L80.
Convertible.
Is it really? Yeah, it is convertible. Yeah, C6 convertible, and that is the fastest Grand Sport. So yeah, that's I think that's the fastest that we've had one of those. So, let's see here. Do you want to make some power? Hell yes. Are you guys looking for a helper at the shop? We've got some helpers. Honestly, we've been really blessed for people coming around and hanging out and helping. So we're pretty good right now, and God bless those guys that are out there doing, helping us out and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Drift to C10. That's definitely right up the alley of George. All right. So let's try and answer some more here. The dude with the 6L80 should look into Sloppy Mechanics' latest build. Yeah.
Ross asked if I was his dad.
Ross? What?
Laz looks just like me.
Where were you around September? All right. Sloppy Mechanics. Yeah, man. Matt Happel is freaking awesome. He's got some pretty awesome stuff. The dude definitely does some really cool stuff. So definitely wanted to say shout out to Matt Happel. He's really cool. So if you ain't
Sergio, if I ain't gripping, I ain't ripping. That's a Georgism.
If it ain't ripping, it ain't ripping. All right, so yeah, Guys, keep those George comments coming. I'm writing them down as we go here. So backside of this here. If it ain't gripping, if it ain't ripping, it ain't gripping. So
If it ain't gripping, it ain't ripping. So I mean, traction, man, traction.
Oh. All right, we're out of the Ask Me Anything thing, so we're going to have to go back to some of our other topics. Ain't ripping. Sorry, slow reading this. All right. So again, to you guys that have joined us, thank you so much for spending your Sunday with us and all that. Oh my God. Brent, thank you so much, buddy. I love you, buddy. Can't wait to see you again here. So thank you. That's freaking awesome. I assume you're going to be here for the La Mullets. That's
have you been practicing for that?
I have not been practicing for that.
You have 2 practice cars.
Yeah. All right. So which actually leads to the squirrel video. So the squirrel video is going to reveal part of this practice car, and I got to get with Cooper, and maybe we can do that this year. So I will answer one more of these. Like, this is a good question here. When did you all meet each other? I'm assuming that's you and I. Kindergarten.
Yeah, kindergarten.
Yeah. We literally went to kindergarten, and I don't know how many classes we had through. I don't know. It wasn't a lot.
We graduated the same.
Yeah,
class.
yeah. LAZ was in my auto shop class, and that was dude. Our auto shop class our teacher wouldn't you like bum cigarettes off the students? And, yeah, it was crazy. I mean, there were so many crazy stories. I mean, I think I mentioned something in one of our other things that our auto shop teacher would be sitting there smoking a cigarette, you know, with an oxyacetylene torch, cutting a fuel line off, and there'd be fire literally dripping down. Just, I'm sorry, my wife. It's just crazy.
Georgia.
My wife keeps telling me to stop banging on the table. I'm sorry. I'm a little excited about it. Oh, by the way,
Bingo Bondo.
Yeah, Bingo Bango Bondo. Yeah, that's definitely another good one here.
Spray paint makes the job what it ain't.
Yes.
A little bit of slip, a little bit of grip, a whole lot of action. That almost sounds more like change.
Yeah, you just screenshot that right there. Can of paint, make it look like what it ain't. That's a good one right there. So if you guys had a shirt that had the top 10 George sayings on there, would you buy it? That begs the next question right there. So I never heard back from anybody with the diesel stuff, and we do want to find out about that. So, all right, I'm going to answer this question here for Rusty Shackelford.
Travis Condo, $10.
Travis, thank you so much. Thank you guys for your support there, because it helps fund our stupid projects there. That's a dead lizard squirrel. And I also wanted to ask, how many of you guys have seen the original, the OG squirrel video? How many of you guys have been tuning in to that? So, dead lizard, yes, that's writing that one down here. He ain't dead. Honestly, some of the best George sayings that I can recall are from the original George video. You know, I mean, my kids go around quoting George. It's so funny. Well, squirrel, George squirrel.
People ask about Acorn.
Yeah. So, guys, my son Liam has been in some videos and stuff, but YouTube has some different rules, and there's a lot of political crap that goes along with that. So, unfortunately, I can't have him in my videos. They kind of dock our videos in such that they don't promote them. It's kind of like shadow banning in a way. And I kind of felt like that on our last video with my son Christian. So, you know, it was a good, you know, all right video, but unfortunately it's probably the worst performing video we've had in the last couple of years. So yeah, not so bueno. Yes, that's a good one right there. Cody Woodward, I can see squirrel driving in El Camino or Ranchero.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we need to get back onto our back on track here.
Mr. McMahon, thank you.
Oh, Justin, you're too good of a dude, man. Thank you, brother. That's so freaking cool. Thanks, man. All right, so I mentioned a little earlier, hey guys, check out our Instagram. I kind of shouted out, hey, look, we're going to be doing a live stream on Instagram. Also, our Facebook. We haven't really done anything with our Facebook, but we're kind of rehashing some of our videos and having those go through. So hopefully you guys can enjoy some of those. They're like super cut down clips. We haven't actually done that, and then we're just finally getting back into doing that now. So, all right, hold on, let me answer. Oh, I just saw a question here. Is a tuning diesel volute injection? So, oh, that's pretty interesting about the methanol injection. Thank you for putting that. And again, guys, sometimes the stream rate goes so fast, and I need to shut my mouth and just read. But so
It's hard to.
it is hard to kind of go
I
through
just
all
keep
these.
my mouth shut and just read, and I don't really get to say much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you should just here. Let's divvy up the time here. All right, so Jason Barney here. I'm going to recommend to you a song, Cornbread Mafia, Better Than a Porta Potty in a Peanut Festival. Dude, George, that's funny right there. Nuttier than a porta potty in a peanut festival. Twin scroll on the hole. All right, we got to get back to our stuff here, and we're going to come back to that. Mike B, dude, thank you guys so much again. Are you going to have a barber do your beard, or are you just going to let it grow that way? Scroll. All right, so believe it or not, this is actually semi-groomed here. So, all right, so yeah. Well, how about you cover a couple different things here? We're going to come back here in a couple minutes to ask us anything in probably about 5 more minutes here, so you guys can do that. So real quick here. Oh, also, on top of all the Georgisms that you guys had there, please mention any of your favorite Fasterproms videos. Anything in particular that you guys absolutely loved. We're going to try and push that back on Facebook, so definitely wanted to get you guys' opinion on that. Favorite Fasterproms videos. I'm going to put this up here. Oh, that was supposed to come down. Sorry, I'm not managing this very well here. And I lost my black tape here, so yeah. Any thoughts on the Volvo diesel? My son Christian is absolutely nuts about wagons, and he wants to build an LS-powered Volvo. So I don't know if that's actually going to happen or anything like that, but yeah. All right, Laz, I want you to answer some questions here. Mike, why don't you follow these here, and then I feel like you're being more drawn into the things here.
Yeah,
so,
I'm drawn into it, but I'm tired too.
Oh, I wanted to also mention this. So normally when we do our live streams, we haven't done this in forever. We're drinking whiskey or something. This is a little bit of a different direction, drinking coffee. So we're going to send this in a totally different direction here. So,
okay, are you aware? Well, Regizzle.
Yeah.
Thanks for the donation. Are you aware of any all-wheel drive American V8 cars or all-wheel drive conversions?
Well, we're in the middle of that. We're in the middle of that. Somebody else earlier, actually, on one of their things here, but I think all-wheel drive
American V8 cars. Cars, though.
Yeah. Not so much. More alcohol required. I wish you guys a very nice Sunday night. Hopefully you can sit back and enjoy some whiskey. Whiskey's good.
Dukes of Hazzard, thanks. He says we need another EFI reunion.
Hell
I think
yeah.
we do too.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely need to do some stuff with that. I love spending time with Brent. The dude is so freaking, he just amplifies everything around. All-wheel drive Cutlass that was on Hoonigan. All right, so favorite Fasterproms, guys. Favorite Fasterproms videos. We need a race between Brent and Jeremy. Yes, that would be awesome. So we're getting Cater Tot tweaked a little bit more. In fact, actually, that's a video that's upcoming this week. I was gone this week, out of town. Laz and George were working on Cater Tot. I've got some wild dogs in the other room.
So Cater Tots definitely should be ready to go out and make some rips and see how it does now. We changed quite a bit of things on it and did some repairs on it from what had happened with the last outing.
Yeah, actually, well, elaborate a little bit on that, because we had kind of touched on a few things there, and it'll be.
So it had a lot of rebound from when it does hit the wheelie bars, and we wanted to control that a little bit more, so we did tighten up the rear suspension a little bit and put limiting straps in the front to keep the front down and put more weight on it sooner. Just replacing the wheel, replacing the tire, and getting rear brakes on it. We got a Fortuner valve in there so we can dial that in and actually stop it into the truck.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so somebody mentioned the favorite Fasterproms videos. One of them was where George and I are riding in the truck and the wheel goes past us. That is definitely near and dear to my heart. I mean, that was like cheating death, and I don't know. It's like the same type of hysterical laughter that you have. That's basically the type of exhilaration that we were on. Any video with the dogs in it. That's very cool. We're going to need the expertise to finish cater tot. Yeah, we're definitely getting there.
Have you played with nitromethane?
I have not, honestly. So I'm a little bit behind Brent, but however, Dickie Venables, he was in this chat just a little while ago. I was asking him some questions about tuning on nitro, and he was talking about how when he tunes on nitro, tenths of a percent, whereas when he was like, it was such a big deal. When Brent was doing it, they were making larger jumps, and that was amazing to see the kind of power pickup of what they had. But first, I wanted to tune the.
Well, you ran M1 in the Miata.
Yeah, so I went full M1 Miata. That was really, really awesome. That was just like, that was a hell of a lot of fun to see what kind of power we gained. And we got like 30 or 40 wheel horsepower out of it. I mean, 571 wheel horsepower on Miata it's like driving in 30-degree weather. It's just like an absolute beast. Blowing up the S10 on the dyno, hell yeah, that was definitely.
Aaron likes supercharging my truck. Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah. Blowing up the S10, supercharging LAZ's truck.
Monster truck tater tot. Might be game for that.
When George ripped up Uncle Sam. That's cool. That's pretty recent. Dang, LAZ's party. See something where
the race between you and Brent.
Yeah, that was
actually pretty good.
Honestly, that's definitely one of my favorite videos for sure. That was the culmination of everything of what Brent and I and everybody, Laz and George and everybody and Ben putting so much time in. That was a pinnacle right there. And I mean, we could definitely do some stuff with that, but that was so much fun. So yeah, thank you for mentioning that. That was one of our all-time highs for sure. Brent versus me video. You make 3,000 horsepower on nitro, but when it blows up, it goes wrong. Come and swap my Duramax. Hell to the no. No, we want to make some more power with the Duramax. So I'm being a little bit dumb. Maybe I'm being naive. Yeah. But I mean, guys, the Duramax is so sick. I don't think I've nearly tapped the potential of that thing, but I'm also basically playing around with, modding your daily driver. My son is even kind of busting on me for that. He's like, why are you modding your daily driver? Somebody said, hey, Motorsport Europe, why don't you have any tuning content anymore? Well, the video that I was going to put up tonight that I didn't get finished with, that'll be up tomorrow, and that's tuning the 2020 Silverado. There's some other stuff in there. Some of the tuning videos, guys, you got to understand with YouTube, I'm trying to do what I feel is going to get the most views. Like, I understand there's nerdy parts and everybody loves the nerdy stuff. And please give us a thumbs up if you like the nerdy stuff. I do enjoy getting nerdy with you guys. My wife just donated $20 to put Penelope in the seat right here. Thanks, babe. It's kind of like paying yourself.
I don't know. Do they take a percentage off?
I have no idea. Oh, man. Peepa, lady girl, come here. Come on. Here, we're going to go back into our Ask Us Anything thing in a moment. You come here. Come on. Oh, she's a good girl.
Tearing up Pleats Grass.
Yes, definitely anything tearing up Pleats Grass. That's one of my personal favorites right there.
Had one for you and Christian drifting.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Jeremy ripping Leroy.
Yeah, man. That's OG.
A long time ago.
That's actually technically a Cletus video, but hell yeah, that was awesome. Definitely good times.
Baja truck?
Oh, yeah. The, was it Class D, or what do they call her?
You're talking about
she's going to leave you a bunch of drools. It's like a drool snail trail across the side of you right there.
Was that Pila's truck?
No. That was that was like at the beginning of this year, I think is what it was. All right. Okay, so guys, we definitely do want to somebody mentioned something about putting some vets in there, and it's definitely something that we want to do. It's kind of been a little bit hard with some things, but it seems like every time we turn around, something's breaking. And at Sunshine, they were kind of not wanting to have us have as many people in the cars, and at the times when we did have people lined up, literally put posts out there, hey, we're going to take some veterans for rides and stuff there. That fell through because I didn't have the proper seatbelts and stuff. There's just a bunch of stupid things that happen. Even when, like, I was at LS Fest. Whoa. You wet right there? I think, yeah. But we couldn't do it at LS Fest. I had a whole bunch of other problems and stuff too. So unfortunately, we do need to get back to that. It's not typically a good performing video, but it is something that whether we do it on video or not, we want to say, have some major gratitude for, our veterans and what they do, because again, we wouldn't even be able to have the freedoms that we have without that.
I've seen 3 wheelie videos for the smart car.
Hell yeah. All right. So, yep. Adding to the Fasterproms list. All right. We're going to switch this up here.
Wall tapping the Uncle Sam.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. Top 10. All right. So, gentlemen, I'm going to set my clock again here. Ask us anything, and we will do our best we can. And I want this to be targeted at LAZ here, because LAZ has been a little bit quiet here. Did she blow her nose off? Yes. And there's not all the back of LAZ right there. So, guys, thank you for hanging out and watching us. I know that there's football on. In fact, the Bucks, our home team, is playing and stuff, and we're sitting here doing this, hang out with you guys instead. So, Porcopotamus first 20. All right, so guys, all right, I'm going to answer this question here. Mike B, thinking of getting a 1990 Miata. How tall are you, and how well do you fit in? I am 6 foot. If you're 6'1", yeah, I look small next to Cletus. Laz, you're like what, 6'2"?
6'2".
And
really, if you set the seat up right in the Miata, it's not that bad.
Word.
I'm big.
Yeah.
Dream Mopar. I'd have to say like a 50s Power Wagon, if that's considered Mopar still.
Is that that's the like almost like VW bus looking thing, but it's like
they did make them like that. I like the pickup one.
Yeah, dude, we saw 2 of those in 2 days. I think right before we left for that's pretty cool. There used to be one at Showtime that would be there every Wednesday night, pulling the wheels and stuff. Those got to be like a mid-mounted engine or something, right? Because
no, they're from
really
one thing up.
All right, so yeah, Mike B, as far as your Miata, I think you can get it to work, but selecting the right seat as well as placement is going to mean everything. All right, I'm going to try and answer some of these.
Specs on the Jeep. Stock motor, stock trans. It's on still pushing the Dana 30, Dana 44 axles, 513 gears, 3.5-inch lift, hydrostatic steering, locker, aux locker rear, and we just put a lunchbox locker in the front end because I keep breaking the Auburn acted. But I've got 1 ton of axles. I just haven't had time to do it. So that's it for now, and then motor swap maybe. We'll see.
A drift smart car. That's probably not going to happen.
Ooh, that's scary.
That would be super sketchy.
You slide it a lot though.
Yeah. How do you see life with Cletus? I mean, how has your life changed since meeting him, and could you see yourself where you're at now without meeting him? So again, I'm gonna say this, and it's an interesting question because guys, we've there's been like so many people that follow Cletus, they don't know where we came from and whatever, and we both mutually help each other out. So it's pretty awesome like that. I mean, we'd had a very good, successful business for a very long time, and we were to the point where, honest to God, dude, we couldn't even have taken any more work if we wanted to. We were out for, and we did max out where we're at. I mean, this is my house right now, and we have our 5-bay shop in the back. And there was times where there's 15 cars in the yard, and we're juggling cars and trying to get stuff. So, I enjoy the YouTube stuff, and I'm definitely taking a lot of pointers from Cletus, so God bless him for that, because in regards to the YouTube stuff, hell no, we wouldn't be where we're at with that. But it's like this. We were 100% as far as, tuning and being a performance shop, and then 0 YouTube, and now we're kind of being more like maybe 80, 85%, maybe more, doing YouTube. And it's been awesome, and I appreciate you guys so much for what you guys do, because we wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. And again, thank you guys so much for your support. For you guys that are, throwing a few bucks to us, that's awesome. So again, it really does make us be able to break away from that, spend a little bit more time doing what we want to do rather than what we have to do. So
seen a couple. One was how long George and I have been working with Fasterproms, and like you said about the shop being here at the house,
Yeah.
that was a good solid probably 10 years. Just about.
Yeah, actually, so I
Yeah,
usually
off the
base
age
it
of the
off.
kids.
Yeah, I do. I base how long we've been here off my age of my son. So we've been here for 13 years at this place, but we've been at that shop almost
3 years.
almost 3 years. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And then George is
about 3
almost
years.
3 years.
Yeah, so
a lot of if I'm ready to blow my truck up yet, and what's the next step?
we've got a surprise. We're doing something to George's truck this week. We're all super pumped about that. We got George his most needed mod, and that's going to be awesome because George has had a big problem lacking getting the 60-foot. Well, hell no. Now it's going to be fixed. So super pumped for that this week. That's one of the things. So we want to get George to the track, but dude, we got a hurricane freaking coming in.
Yeah.
We literally have a hurricane coming in, so
Ooh,
it's supposed to It's supposed to rain 4 out of 5 days this week or something like that. So
Wednesday
yeah,
night.
pray for us that we still have a home or something. I mean, hopefully we're gonna be all right. Laz is actually in a worse spot than I am. Laz is very lowland. Lives in an awesome spot, but it's very close to the water.
Water on both sides.
Yeah.
3 sides.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When I do some lawn maintenance to the Freedom Factory, hell yeah. So many. So no, actually, George, what was the diff that Dr. Differential hooked us up with there? Was that a Detroit locker?
Maybe a Detroit True Track.
Okay, yeah, it was a True Track. That's right.
True Track, 410 gears. He's still in stock axles.
Yeah. So that's actually already been done, but it's the next link. So that's going to be awesome. George is definitely going to be able to get some 60 foots down. We're super pumped about that. But if that does, in fact,
I'm almost curious if he needs my dry strap that I have at the shop.
But we're all trying to elevate our trucks a little bit more to be faster because I think after this on George's, I think we're all going to be playing catch up. What do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, George's truck truly hasn't performed the way that it should because of that, but we all know it makes the most power, so it's pretty wicked. Whoever can guess how many cars Jeremy has tuned gets a free tune. Honest to God, I have no idea how many cars I've tuned. I think in 1 year, there was well over 1,000 cars at some point. I just have no idea.
This guy's second car was a 41 military half-ton power wagon pickup.
Oh, that's sick. That's sick. Okay, all right, hold on. We need to shift directions here. This is something that's on our list, so we have to cover this topic here. Guys, I am very much wanting to do a car that is going to be very competitive with, I don't want to say, hey, it's going to be competitive with Ruby because that's getting faster all the time, but we would like to be able to build something that's a super low 8, high 7 car. And I got some friends up in Pennsylvania, my buddy Keith from Keith's Pit Stop. He's built an LS Mustang, and it is wicked fast, power glide, 5.3 bottom end, 88 millimeter turbo, and it is working. And I really want to be able to build something like that. So just wanted to hear you guys' input on that, but I definitely want to get some of the input on that. MAGA.
Back to back.
Look at old Cleater there. Hey, look, he's got a check by his name. Dang, he's official. Hey, all right, so look, old Cletus now joining the party here, so I'm going to do this here. So, guys, again, for you guys that are on there here, if you have not set up, or if you have not gotten Le Mullets, get it now here. It's going to be more expensive the day of, so get it $10. Also, and Cleet can verify this here, I think if you spend over $50 with Summit, you get a free ticket, so that's going to be freaking awesome. And by the way, there are so many crazy YouTubers that I can't wait to be able to meet over at Le Mullets. And yeah, it's going to be a hell of a good show. Also, again, please show up for Cletus and Cars because it's going to be badass.
Somebody named Shalane's asking about a vet.
Oh my gosh, my wife wanted she incessant, man, incessant.
John Smith, what's up? No, you can put an LS in anything. It's not.
All right, so guys, I'd love to be able to do something that's going to be able to compete with something like what they have, but trying to get an Opel or something like that, or a Monza, I don't think that the parts are going to be as easily available as what we would get with for a Mustang. So I mean, to me, as far as the Mustang,
It's kind of lame because it's been done over and over again.
yeah,
like,
but I mean,
it's proven.
but it's still like if we can get the car to go that fast, then hell yeah. I mean, notchback with the LS, yeah, dude, that's what I'm definitely want to do. All right, so LAZ take over on a couple things. Somebody had mentioned something or a while for a song, and I'm gonna get them something here.
Okay.
So guys, questions to LAZ. Grand National. Hey, look, that's right up your alley.
Somebody posted Grand National and GNX, 2 different people.
Oof.
Had 2 Grand Nationals, but again, it's just not in our wheelhouse for something to build.
Yeah. By the way, I think we know somebody that has the absolute best Grand National that is like, you know, our coder is like the 6 LS swap Grand National.
Oh,
No, that one's turbo.
oh yeah, that one was turbo.
All right, here.
Was his Impala that was pro-charged? I'm horrible at this.
Okay, here. I'm gonna get this guy a song here. All right, so a little while ago here, I've been on a little bit of a Switchfoot kick, and I mean they are definitely a Christian-based band, but they got a lot of neat, heavy stuff. Check out some Switchfoot, buddy. I mean that should definitely, some of it pumps you up. It's some pretty stuff. So hopefully that'll change your day. And there's you know, went to church a little earlier today. Had some awesome songs there. I'm trying to think of what that was there. It's like God of the Valleys is the same. God of the Mountains is the same. God of the Valleys. I'm trying to find that one for you here too. All right. So,
Frank, people were asking about what's happening with the S10.
Okay. Yeah. I'll let you handle that one.
So yeah, definitely it's the output shaft on the TR6060, which is like a T56 style output shaft for a Corvette. Kind of a weak link. It works out great for going straight to the transfer case, but there's no aftermarket support for it. So we're working with trying to set up a stub shaft on it to go from the transmission on a 32 spline, not a 27 spline, to go to the transfer case, and probably end up with a stronger transfer case at the same time. So just gonna.
And actually, okay, so Dave Stacy is the gentleman with the LS Postal. That's a pretty awesome little project there. He's actually made the part for us, and with the 2 basically coupling, we're going to a 261 HD transfer case coupled to the output shaft of. Well, we have to go to a larger output shaft because we keep breaking crap. So that's been really frustrating. Asylum Mental. Clay Milliken in the house and Dickie Venables. That's pretty awesome. 2 top fuel guys right there. That is really, really, really awesome. So guys, say hi to them. That's really cool. Clay, definitely been digging your Instagram, man. Love to meet you in person one day. Very, very cool. Build a fast
Clay said something about
no to the Mustang, says my wife. She's heckling, man. Gosh.
6L90E swap in the Legend. It's an interesting thought.
6L90 on the Legend.
Yeah.
I mean, well, basically we're putting in a 6L80, so we're right there. That's slow in coming as well. So coming up very shortly, we have to tear down the Legend and look at what cam they have, because EFI Connection is hooking us up with a different harness so that we can be able to use LS1 or LS3 engine management. So really quick, some of you guys had mentioned there's somebody that keeps saying Pantera. Guys, I'd love to build a Pantera. That's freaking awesome. Can I afford one? No.
Right, so you want a Pantera, your wife wants a Corvette.
Yeah.
Just do an Opel GT.
Oh my gosh. And a Fiero. I think a Fiero would be sick with a case swap, but I'm not about to undertake that right now. So I don't, Engelbert Humperdinck, Prince Humperdinck.
Joey says, can electric vehicles be competitive?
Maybe. I mean, they keep adding more and more and more torque and stuff. And actually, I think when Tesla has that latest Roadster out, that thing's supposed to be like 8s in the quarter at like 155 or something like that. That's pretty dope for an electric car. But yeah, Fiero with an LTG would be more fitting. That's a good point. It's a very good point. But
what is an LTG? That's this. Is that the 6?
No, you know what? Sorry. Well, an LTG. Okay, sorry. I was thinking saying LFX, LGX. So I'm wrong. An LTG, I believe, is the turbo 4-cylinder one, instead of that. But yeah, gotcha. When are you going to build your own jet boat? Oddly enough, Laz
Just sold a jet boat.
Laz had a jet boat with a big block Ford in it that's kind of been, well, I mean, you tell the story here and all that stuff.
It was one of those things. I just let it sit and we get it running, take it out, and then it turned around sitting for another year.
Yeah.
Get it running, take it out, let it sit for another year. So it hurt itself, and I just lost interest.
Gotcha. All right, so LS powered Tesla would be awesome. Yes, it would. I would almost say that an LS powered freaking Prius would be cooler than that. But I mean, the Prius is such a stupid chassis. It's just Prius drivers. Oh, Dr. Bend over.
S2000 LS swap and race the Miata.
Yeah, and oddly enough, so the dude that bought was the first LS S2000 car, in the country, and that was really, really awesome. He actually just went sevens in that car, and I think he just sold it. So funny little roundabout way.
24-volt Barbie Jeep. I know we've had some 24-volt stuff running around with your kids.
Yeah. My kids have had upgraded, stuff like that. We did 36, didn't we?
Yeah,
we did 36 volt in a little itty bitty mini thing.
Went through motors pretty fast.
Yeah, definitely was not TS Performance. All right, so by TS Performance, next time you're in Bowling Green, any of your diesel needs, they're the best. Okay, I don't know. All right. Let's get a quick little recap here. For you guys that are either been here for a little while and not from the beginning here, again, we wanted to cover, if you guys get my mullets and Cletus and cars. It's going to be a hell of a fun show. I think we're going to try and take Cater Tot, Uncle Sam, and what else should we take? I think we got maybe the Miata or something like that. We're not going to have axle support by that time, but I don't know. Ben hopefully will be there with his V3 that's hopefully right at 9s or something like that. And if everything's okay with some other stuff, I don't know. We'll see what we take to Cletus and Cars, but that's going to be a hell of a fun show. Cletus puts on a hell of a show. You guys got to go. I mean, he does good. He does good. A Bricklin. We've actually done a Bricklin with an LS in it. But again, guys, I do appreciate these cars that are like super rare and stuff, but I won't be able to afford them. I wanted to be able to do something that is going to be tried and true, super fast. So low 8s, high 7s. I think the Mustang's the best chassis. Changed my mind.
Oh, goodness.
All right, so let's say something here. Let's add to this. Vincent Picardo. Good evening, gentlemen. I'm a U.S. Marine. Just want to say how much I appreciate you guys do for the vets and ride-alongs as I build an LS Chevelle. Guys, we really wish we could do a ton more, and we're trying to do that shortly. So potentially there might be the opportunity at Cletus and Cars, but again, there's a lot of legality and just crap we got to deal with. So Vincent, we definitely appreciate you. God bless you. We definitely love our veterans, and we do a lot of stuff, or we'd like to do a lot more stuff than what we do, because I don't really feel like we do enough. So I'd really like to do a lot more with that. So we definitely appreciate our servicemen, because again, there's so much that we take for granted, and guys, I mean, I can't say enough. It's just like, really, it's hard to express how grateful we are. But
thank you for everything.
Very cool. Fox Body is pretty dominant for drag racing. Amen. The Monza, and see, I don't know jack about the Monzas. I really don't.
Ugly Fox Body.
What's that?
I think they're just an ugly Fox Body. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Does anybody know how much a Monza weighs? Because my buddy's Mustang weighs like 2,400 pounds in it. And guys, if we can compete with something like Ruby, it would have to be on the merit that it is ultra, ultra, ultra light. So that's kind of where if we wanted to do something that's going to do Rocky Mountain Race Week or something like that, it needs to be incredibly light. I don't know how we're going to work in some of these classes. I have no idea, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. A Ford Taurus. That's not really it's not a good platform. All right. I think the notch is going to be the best, man. I'm definitely feeling that. All right. Also, I want to remind you guys again, if you guys are new here on some of this 2,000 pounds of Monza, it's pretty cool.
James is in here somewhere.
James is? Oh, yeah.
I see a bunch of people saying they see Jack stand.
Okay. Well, what's up, old Jimmy? Jack, Stan, Jimmy, look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Oh, by the way, I wanted to say thank you again for the whiskey. It's half drank on the top of my fridge over there. It's been very good. I have enjoyed it very much, sir. So thank you very much. All right. So we're not going to be able to compete with James, though. The car is just too freaking fast. But if we could touch sevens, that would be a dream come true. So
I want to be able to hang out with the cool kids.
yeah, guys, come on. Too fast. I mean, there he is. There he is. Mons are ugly. So yeah, that's MHS Racing. There he is. MSH Racing.
You ever been to Bithlow?
I have. I almost said, okay, so question somebody asked, have you been to Bithlow? Real quick, we'll touch on that. Orlando's track is so incredibly congested. I think the last time I was there was with the ATSV, and it was, geez, it would have been 5 years ago around Thanksgiving. So we were trying to be the first ATSV in the 10s. Unfortunately, we were the second to get in the 10. We did have the record for a number of years. Apparently, somebody just went 9s. We went 10-7 with our ATSV. You guys can check out that one of our videos on that way back when. But that was really, really awesome. That was absolutely groundbreaking for that. We were the first in the 9s with the C7, Z06, and then we wanted to be the first in the 10s with the ATSV, which is a totally different platform, and we almost did it. I went 11-1 and went into reduced engine power at the 1,000-foot mark, and was this close to doing it at Bithlow. And then the holidays came, and I had to wait until we had a private track rental, which that's something that I didn't put on our topics. We are going to try and do a, some sort of track rental. I want to do a couple of track rentals when the weather's good. I want to go to the quarter mile. We'll go down to Bradenton and have a maybe a north versus south thing. That would be pretty awesome. So when all the tracks are shut down up north, we'll have some guys come down here, and that'd be a hell of a lot of fun. What do you think?
The track run was a good way to set your personal best, too.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, is Matt Happel in the chat? Oh, look at this. I was actually just mentioning you a little earlier there, buddy.
Somebody commented a 350 drag car.
350.
Z.
Oh. All right. So here's another thing. I got my eyes on the Mustang for the drag car. I really would like to be able, this is a next year project. Okay. So after the turn of the year, potentially building a 370Z as a real drift car. And I know drifting doesn't perform so well on our channel, but it gives us an opportunity to build a super badass 5.3. It would be so much fun to be able to have a 5.3 and just do all of our nerdy stuff and see how far we can push it. But, that's, again, right up the alleyway of, Matt Happel. So definitely be a lot of fun. Ford Pinto, BMW E30.
Somebody said GZO.
I don't see that being a good drag car. I mean, it's not going to outperform the Mustang. So what size engine is in the Miata? 6.2. Dukes of Hazzard, thank you so much for your support. That is really cool. Thoughts on Cooper's 2J? Man, Cooper's doing pretty freaking awesome with that. I will definitely, Cooper's just that asinine type of guy to do something annoying like that. But I mean, kudos to him, because he went from being like right there to being super fast, and that's really, really awesome. So good for him.
So somebody's asking about big tire, small tire in the drag car.
All right, so what do you call big tire to what do you call small tire? That's actually, I think, a James question right there. I mean, James, can you
the 275 and down?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. TR6, cool car, not a drag car. Again, your channel, you do what you want. Yeah, but I mean, I'm not going to do a car that nobody's going to watch either. So it's like Radial's life. Yeah, 275. Yeah, I think we could. Yeah, actually, hold on. I want to show a quick little video here of my buddies.
28 with 4.5. Somebody said. 2 people.
Yeah.
Oh, James did anything over 28 with 2.5.
Okay. I'm down for that. All right. So
do you want to make a big tire or small tire car?
All right. So let's see this real quick here. I'm on. All right, wait for that to replay here. This is the mark to beat here. Come on. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm super proud of my buddy. So I'm the LS guy that got the Ford guy to go LS, and he's killing it now with his car. So they're doing a bunch of no prep cash days types things. So that's kind of what we'd also try and do with that car. So if we can, but on the no prep cash days things, how they break up the classes, have to do our research,
Just don't go the same place as James does.
Yeah. Yeah. I want James to take my money. All right, let's see here. Chris Price, yeah, follow Keith's Pit Stop. Yes, guys, follow Keith's Pit Stop on Instagram. He's a good fella. Definitely one of my good buddies. Awesome guy. There's only 78 trillion Fox bodies. Yeah, you're right. Get another smart car and put a diesel engine in it. Well, we might have some plans for another smart car, but it's not going to be a diesel engine. So we'll see about that.
I think stock with diesel in Europe.
Gutted back half C4 with a Power Glide, 2,500 pounds. Man, that's I solid axle it, yeah, for sure. That would. That's an awesome platform. That is an awesome platform.
Do you think your dogs will take Cleats dogs though?
Oh hell yeah! Just by sheer numbers.
No, racing.
Oh, racing? Yeah, Penelope's like nitrous with turbo for sure. Like she's, yeah. And what's funny is that like Dory was our dog that had puppies. I mean, after she got knocked up and had puppies, she just hasn't been as fast anymore. She's like put on weight. She let herself go. It's just a sad story there. No, she's still pretty fast. She's just gotten lazy and likes to chase lizards instead. All right. Ferrari Testarossa LS swap. Guys, when I was like 6 years old, I had a Ferrari Testarossa on my wall. I thought that was like the coolest car when I was, 6 years old or something like that. S10 Blazer. We have a buddy up in right in Littlestown, Maryland, which is right next to Keith's Pit Stop. It has a very fast S10. It's actually the Jimmy, but yeah, pretty freaking awesome. All right. Okay.
I don't know what we're going to talk about.
All right. So I'm going to chime in again on some of the stuff here. So guys, mention a number of your favorite George quotes. We might be able to put that on for possibly a t-shirt, but we're also just, might get together and throw a video in there or something like that. Would be awesome. Uh-oh. Fireball mullet. Thanks, man. $5. That is freaking super cool. In Tampa, putting an LSA blower on my IROC LS3 needs to come by to finalize plan. Big question. I'm thinking of meth for coolers of IATs. Over corn. Ooh, why not both? Methanol with E85 is a winning combination. I mean, one is steroids and one is a perfect diet. So that's the way I look at it. Meth. So think of it like, here's 93. That's garbage junk fuel. If you put meth on it, you're going to be able to get probably half of that potential 70 more wheel horsepower gain over what you can get. So you might get 40. Now, if you put E85 on it, you probably get 30 or something. So
James threw it out there. He's got that 85 Blazer at the house to match the S10.
No, that's like no, I'm not doing no. Thanks, James, but no.
Big tire Blazer.
Big tire Blazer. Man, that's a heavy thing. Some Van Halen, Jeremy. I've never been a big Van Halen fan. I don't know. I definitely enjoyed him a little bit, but I just haven't been a big Van Halen fan. I will say that Eddie Van Halen, I was a big guitar enthusiast, and Eddie Van Halen was the mark.
Somebody wants a squirrel calendar and George quotes.
Would you guys buy a squirrel calendar? Oh, dude, somebody had one of those things
soon.
where I don't think he's going to make it, but George is going to be getting back to his house right now, and he still is like an hour away. So unfortunately, George isn't going to make it. But remember those pictures we had of George like posing with a turbo and like, kind of doing some very suggestive things. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I got a text from my wife here of one of the gentlemen that posted something. So sorry I didn't answer this. For you guys that are throwing some money in there, I'm trying to answer all your questions. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you very much. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to get back to this here. This is yours. Chevy SS, Pontiac G8, Pontiac GTO, F-Body, Camaro, V1 to make Cooper jealous. Well, I mean, if we're trying to make the best platform, I mean, the GTO is horrible as far as being a drag car. The V1 also horrible. Pontiac G8, and I think the Chevy SS is probably the best platform out of all of those. But I mean, like, I don't know, man.
I mean, you're talking 9-second car, not 7-second car.
Mm.
Or is he just wanting to do it himself to make Cooper jealous? Maybe I read that wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. And I hope I'm reading the right quote because there's like 4 or 5 different things here that are said. Is 9,100 RPM too much for asking for a friend? Sure.
Actually, to make Cooper jealous, I know he likes the XLR-V.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, Cooper
to
is just
build
a
fast
different, he's a
XLR-V
bird of
make
a
him
different
jealous.
feather, man. Yeah. We love Cooper. Honestly, I really miss Cooper being at the shop because he was like, sometimes he was just so like, and then sometimes he was the funniest guy in the shop. I mean, like he could just make, I love his dry sense of humor, but definitely miss Cooper being around the shop. So mid-engine swap a Civic, that would mid-engine swap an LS Civic. That would be pretty awesome. Something that would be like Cooper would be to basically K-swap a C6 Z06. That would be something that just to piss off the masses, for sure. Yeah, somebody was talking about the G8 and the GTO. Again, very, very limited on what you can put tire-wise, and suspension stuff is just really, really rough. Oh, man. Okay, silent mental. All right, I want to see a mid-engine Volkswagen make it happen. If one works his tail off, he will earn a Volvo. I don't think we're going to do mid-engine, but it would be really cool to do a turbo, and he wants to make it a street car rather than a drag car first, but I don't know. That'd be really cool. And Roberto Figueroa, what are your thoughts on the NA LT1 small block? What? Oh, stop bottom end game. Some of the fastest 9 cars are shops like GPI. Pray. Have you guys done any heads cam 6th gen Camaros or C7s? Okay. Yes, the LT1 is nasty. And by the way, Mr. Roberto, our buddy that bought the jet boat from LAZ and had the LS S2000 that went 7s, we did do his C7, and he did go 9s, naturally aspirated. He goes by LC7, and that is Carlos Rios of Action Auto. So check that out. We have done that, and we actually did it. Gosh, dude, it's almost been like 2 years ago, I think, that he did that. So,
It's been longer than that.
Has it? I don't know. But we have done that. We have played that game. So, I mean, we definitely are able to do that type of thing. We have done heads cam. We haven't done many 6th gen Camaros in the shop or anything like that. We were actually supposed to do that, but yes, C7s. And of course, the C7 is an awesome platform. If you put a converter and gear in that, maybe it's
6th gen Camaro.
That's 5th gen. That was 5th gen. It wasn't 6th gen. So yes, Roberto, I think we are capable of doing that. We definitely can make that happen. And there are some stupid fast cars out there. But yeah, twin motor golf cart. Okay.
They're also easy to LT4 swap too, though.
Yeah. I would want to do a blower like Cletus is honestly on the C7 in order to go that much faster. But yeah. Cody McMullen, very cool. Got your girlfriend into cars with cater tot. That was pretty funny.
Squirrel thong calendar.
Squirrel thong calendar. Hell yes.
Right. Mr. December.
Everybody's got a price. George in a thong.
Cody McMullen, you got his girlfriend into cars with cater tot.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying there. That's really cool. Version of cater tot. That would be really cool. Honestly, if we did I think Kyle was kicking around doing, and I think Kyle and Brent were always like, man, we should do a twin engine, all-wheel drive something. That would be stupid. If you did any sort of K-Series twin turbo, that would just be off the chart. That would be insane.
Jacob's running an X-Pipe on the Miata. It sounds like a Silverado.
Actually, it does have an X-Pipe.
It does have an X-Pipe.
Yes. So, Jacob Solomon, thank you for your donation there. It does, in fact, have a very custom exhaust. It is a awesome.
I think it's in one of the videos.
Yeah, I mean, guys, if you watch some of the, so Jacob, you can check out some of the other Miata videos. We do have pictures of the exhaust on there. It is a very intricate piece. All right. LS swap a newer F-150, the rear cab short bed. That would be pretty awesome. An E46 would make a good drag car with a decent engine. I don't know. Maybe. Georgina Thong is a nightmare. It's a nightmare fuel. Datsun 510 wagon. Those are like that's a really, really small one, isn't it?
You're up in Georgia's one. Isn't
No, it's Corolla. But yeah.
it? Same size. How much gain from an LT1 fuel system and an LAD 353?
Okay, hold on. Sorry, here. Find this guy's comment right there. Jimmy C, I'm sorry. We'll find your comment there. So yeah, I'll find that. All right, so real quick here. Do you think Brent will be a Florida man soon? I hope so. Brent is awesome. We actually I can't say enough about the guy. Absolutely freaking love the dude. Sorry, Jimmy. We're going to try and find your comment. Getting there. Scotty and Dicky get you a deal on a Copa Camaro. That'd be awesome. What's the most power you've made on an NA engine?
Turbo LS RX-8.
Okay. Let me answer that one real quick here, and then we'll get to your question there, Jimmy. Okay, so what's the most power you've made on an NA LS engine? I think I made 675 on an LS7. I think I actually did a Mopar way back in the day, and it was an automatic, and I want to say made 700 wheel on like a Holly or something like that just years ago. Gosh, that was like years and years ago. But that's as much as that's not an LS engine, so sorry. Yeah, I mean, I could swear we did 700 wheel on something. I just can't remember what it is. So, Jimmy, the LS RX-7,
RX-8.
Turbo LS RX-8. That would not be bad. I don't think it's that crazy light, and I think the wheelbase is probably a smidge small for that kind of speed. Going, 180 miles an hour. I don't know.
Your wife wants to hunt down her old F-body.
Oh boy, my wife's in there heckling. Buck Dees, hey man, we got to get back with you here. What's up with the white Camaro in the shop? I think we got most of the stuff done on that, and I think we got a dyno. What else do we got to do to it? I think we didn't do the back pressure sensor deal.
It's on. It's right.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Heard it from LAZ. And we did get the electrical issues all worked out, and that was that a pop? Or it was like a ground or something like that?
There was a background on the passenger side.
Okay. 81 Corolla, not at all a good drag car. Not at all. That's my wife saying no, ask for a friend.
Yeah.
Copy the Red Demon build and then Cletus cannot beat. That would be extraordinarily expensive. So
Red Demon build?
Yeah, no, we're not trying to go that fast. And honestly, we're trying to build. I guess you could do that combination, but I want to do it LS because again, that's what our base is. Most of you guys are at least, if we were to get into like a DSM, guys, we don't know jack about a DSM, and I don't really want to try and start learning that platform and all that. Have I ever tuned a rotary? No, I've not tuned a rotary, and I don't want to tune a rotary. LS Turbo S2000. Hell yeah, that's an easy one. All right, the Summers Triangle. Working on a C4, would you guys keep the LT1 or go LS? I would definitely go LS. It seems my limit is due to EEPROM tuning and Opti. Yes, dump it. Actually, here's an interesting thing. God, dude, somebody just recently found some. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you what it is because I can't remember it. But I just found out that there are some major groundbreaking things done in the EEPROMs. That would be reflashable. You can tune, I believe, in real time. God, I wish I could find it. And somebody had hit me up on an email and said, hey, you got to check this out. I did check it out, and I was like, wow, I had no idea that could be done. So it is revolutionizing the EEPROM stuff. Do some research on that, whoever the Summers Triangle is. Check that out. I cannot remember the name of the software, but it is, it's got some really awesome stuff that you can do. So it would be the next best thing to going to an LS. I know that's cost a lot more, but yeah, LS would make more power and stuff too. Oh yeah. It would be cool is putting an LS in a Mark IV Supra. Hell yeah, that would piss off the world. Volvo drag car, that would be my son's That'd be my son's dream right there. All right, so let's do a quick little recap here. We're going to start winding this down here. We talked about our 2020 Silverado that we were doing. Talked about LAZ's Jeep and the drag car future projects. We're still on that one, but again, I'm very much leaning toward Hellfish. LAZ is cool. Jeremy's weird. Thanks. Hey, when's the last time we did a live video too?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's probably been like since we did Cater Tot. I can't think of anything past that.
We had one where we looked at all the vehicles to figure out what we're going to do with them.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, actually, most of that kind of is going in the right direction. Some of it hasn't come about yet.
Yeah.
But yes. All right. My wife is answering a number of questions, which thank you, babe. Love you.
You go to the ice cream cruise next year?
My wife's saying no. Is that what she said? Is that what she answered right there? No.
No, that was after. Or, no.
Buy a Beetle and LS swap it. Yeah. No, that's my dog slurping up a whole bunch of water back there. Yeah.
George.
Is George in there?
No.
Yeah, is it George drinking water?
Yeah.
George has to wear George has to wear a dress to the track for a fundraiser. Donate and do some good. Everyone should follow Goopsley. That's awesome. I don't know if George is going to want to get in the dress. I just don't see that happening, buddy.
I don't know. A couple bush lattes.
Okay, so again, Brandon Heiler, piss off the world, LT swap. Yes, I know, but again, simply the fact that it's a Supra, it makes it cost prohibitive. So I can't even. I mean, I'd like to do something like that, but yeah, I just.
Somebody said to tub the porcopotamus.
To what?
Tub it.
Tub the porcopotamus.
Get the wife a new daily.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm sure she's. Yeah. So that same dog that was lapping everything up was playing with the ball in the background, like scampering all the way across. So yeah. A Roadrunner, also cost prohibitive.
How about a Viper?
Also cost prohibitive. Try tuning a street bike. I actually have a buddy that tunes. We see him just about every Wednesday that we go drag racing over at Showtime that tunes street bikes, and he has come a long way. That is really, really, really awesome. George's Super Clean Thong Fund. Wow. Man, if we can get Super Clean to make a thong for George, what do you say?
Whoa. I don't
want to think about it. I'm just saying, do you think we can get him to do it? Because he really likes Super Clean. Rusty Shackelford. Are you Rusty Shackelford 17? Okay, answer that.
I've seen a couple of people ask about how you can control the C4.
Okay, so guys, good question. Get Legend back. It has been a freaking nightmare with that car, but love the car, hate the problems that we've had. With EFI connection, we're going to be able to run LS3 as late as 2014 Camaro software on that. That's going to be awesome because no longer are we waiting on somebody to mess around mechanically with the trans. I can do the trans tuning, from the driver's seat and be able to make it happen. So the same way that we're tuning LAZ's truck at the track, you guys have seen us make, leaps and bounds with his trans. We have a problem, we can, for the most part, fix it. And same thing with George's. George's trans is on the way out, especially after this next round of stuff that we're going to be doing. So George needs to have that rebuilt. But it's going to be all OEM stuff that I can tune with HB Tuner. So I'm super pumped with that. That's going to be freaking awesome. Looking forward to having the stuff from EFI Connection here and being able to put in the 6L80 in my dad's. Yeah. Oh, it is? Oh, crap. I didn't know that. I was like, oh, hey, it's here. By the way, I had no idea. LSF here with an Impala SS front-wheel drive setup. That would be sick. Somebody did that. I saw that at LS Fest, and that car is awesome. I mean, it really was. I think that's one of those cars that you see in person. You're like, dude, it's so much better in person than it was,
I've seen Saturn Sky a few times. When we built the Miata for you, I was like, oh, it's cool. I want to swap something too. I went and looked at the Saturn Sky. Yeah. And I couldn't close the door.
Bro, it is like, it is so busy under the hood. I've tuned a couple of them, and there's just like, there's no room for anything. Oh, you burn a plug wire, you need to change the plugs? Nah, screw that, dude. You don't want to do that junk. GMC Astro. All right, so my wife really wanted to get a.
She said on here she wants a Super and a V3.
A what? A Supra.
Yeah, and
Oh, I thought you said Subaru. I'd be like, hell no, she isn't like. She's never. My wife wanted to get like an old bread truck and put an LS in that. I think that would be kind of cool, in a way. That would basically be like our merch vehicle or something like that, But George or Laz, would you guys want to drive across the country in a bread truck? I don't know. It's like a UPS truck or something. You get hot, you just open the door. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, UPS trucks already do have an LS engine, but it's like a much smaller version. It would be like half size.
I read something that UPS destroys all their vehicles after use.
That's ridiculous.
It's like one of the employees posted it.
So, no, I mean, wouldn't you say it's about half the size of a UPS truck?
The little bread truck, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, like the UPS truck is pretty freaking big, whereas the bread truck would be much smaller. It's, God, dude, I don't know.
Mini tool truck. There she is.
Yeah, mini tool truck. Okay. If I ever make a mistake, my wife is right there to correct me. I'm sure all these married gentlemen will be there to, say that's
big enough to tow a car trailers, basically, though. Only thing I see you should do.
Twin engine something. That would be really cool. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, see somebody else says you can't buy UPS trucks.
Yeah. All right. Ban whoever said Coyote swap a bit. Yeah, that's man. The Coyote swap in general is like it's actually kind of expensive. It's an awesome engine from a Chevy guy. Look, the Coyote engine is awesome. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I've driven a 900 wheel Mustang. It's sick. Absolutely sick. Do I want to buy, whatever it is, a $4,000 engine or something like that? No, I'd rather have like a cheaper engine and be able to use that for my turbo and all the other stuff. So LS swap a Lotus Elise. Definitely thought about it, but honestly, I think that's more of a K-swap vehicle. Build your Escalade, you can go fast and stable in this full-size one. I don't think I want to do that with my wife's daily. Definitely.
72 Chrysler Newport.
Very cool. All right. Again, so we need to kind of come back to this here. So top 10 George sayings, if you guys are been here or not, they're still coming in. I've got a few of them here. But yeah, if you can think of any top 10 George sayings and also your top 10 favorite Fasterproms videos. So we might do something with some of that, and I definitely appreciate you guys' info. So please give us some of that. Oh, here's a good one. AZ or as Froggy RC Moore. Car you regret parting with the most. You know the answer to that one.
C606?
Yeah, C606, guys. Freaking best street car platform I could ever ask for. I missed that car. I was actually driving my truck home. My son and I were go-karting a little earlier today, and I was like, man, it'd be so much more fun to drive C606 home than that. So yeah, definitely. Saints 28 bucks 0. Wow, at home. I'm glad I'm not watching. Wow. Jeez, that's terrible. Georgian address for a pass in the smart car fundraiser. Dude, what is up with all these like really awful things for George, man? I'll have to run this by George. I mean, if he's like up for it, I mean, that's one story, but I don't think. LS Challenger. Yes, that would also piss off the world. Very, very cool there.
Magnum. Do an LS swap in a Magnum.
Said, I bet anybody in America even knows what a Reliant is. I don't think I know what a Reliant is.
Isn't Reliant the Ford manufacturer in England?
Thank you. Somebody said the Frank all-wheel drive burnout video. That was a fun one. Thank you. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Look, I think the coffee's starting to wear off here. I need some more stuff. Coyotes break too much. Rocker's something virtually wrong with them. All right.
LS swap golden.
LS swap a golden. I think Penelope's like a nitro golden right there, or nitro LS. Have you done any work with any of the newer GM turbo engines? I have. I actually have a Caddy we're going to have to tune this week. That is it's like the ATS-V, but it's like a different variant of that.
And the Camaro motor. You like that Camaro motor?
Yeah, that's the LFX. That one's pretty awesome.
JR, To fly with the eagles, you can't be with the chickens.
Oh man, yeah. Screenshot that one right there. That's good. Now I know George didn't say this, but I'm gonna say this real quick here because I always leave you guys with a quote. I haven't really found a good place to put this in yet, but what is it? The wolves don't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep. I really like that. I saw that on a shirt. I was like, that is awesome. Wolves don't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep. All right, guys, we're going to go for probably maybe another 10 minutes and probably wrap it up there. My favorite video of yours is buying the S10 with the squirrel. That's definitely the OG squirrel video. Yeah. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. LS build car. Okay, so Michael Enriquez, you said, why don't you build your own tubular LS build? You got Ben to weld. Well, the thing is that we might do something like that with the Mustang if we do in fact get the Mustang. And my wife says she'll start looking for C606s again. Yeah, but we still need to be able to finish up Cater Tot, extend Cater Tot, and then be able to use Ben for that. So definitely looking to do that. All right. C Biscardi 27. All right. Jeremy crapping his pants with Cletus driving Leroy. He really embellished the hell out of that. I want to clear the air on that. That was some freaking bullcrap right there. All right. Here. So a couple more George quotes. Let's wrap that up here. Plans for your dad's C4. That, like we just covered that a little bit earlier. We are basically going to run LS engine management on it with a 6L80. I showed up late.
I'm driving the S10 for the first time. Twin turbo.
Jimmy C, who remembers when Jeremy was a Stig? Yeah, that's some OG stuff. That's like 3.5. Gosh, that would have been maybe 4 years ago. That was literally the first video I ever did with Garrett. That was a hell of a lot of fun. What's my ultimate dream car? I think I don't know if you guys are familiar with what an Ultima is, but it's like one of the lightest chassis kit cars. Yeah, you're like half out the thing. So you got to answer some questions, dude. Oh. An Ultima GTR, sick car. We're talking like 2,000 pounds and a turbo LS and that with super response. I mean, it would be lots of aero. I'm always just a lightweight, small car kind of guy. I don't know.
I don't do small cars.
LAZ doesn't do small cars. S10K swap. That'd piss off the world. That'd be pretty cool, though. Quadruple turbo, a Can-Am. I like it. But I don't know how or who would have tuned it, but it would be pretty sick. You see any more favorite videos or quotes?
Video modifying Cooper's Tahoe.
Nick F. Which year is the best of the CTSVs? Good question here. I personally like the CTSV2s. However, the V3s are so much better drivability. Yeah. And they are a little heavier though too. So
V3s if you got the money. V2 is more of a budget.
Awesome. See, are you a coupe? Are you a sedan?
What about a wagon?
That's a yeah. My son was a wagon type. So that's like I like. It's so weird in the fact that they're the same camp and the sedan guys hate on the coupe guys. It's so funny to listen to that. It's like bickering within a family. Which is the best year CTSV? But hey, yeah, I mean, you could do a 2012. 2012 CTSV is an awesome CTSV, but again, if you could swing the V3.
Somebody likes the Copo Colorado video, Tater P.
Jeremy shaves his beard and Laz gets a mullet for $5,000. GoFundMe to donate. Wow.
You want a mullet for that?
I said a little earlier, everybody has their price. That was about George getting in a thong, but one JZ swap a C7 Corvette. We actually saw a 2 JZ swap C3 at what was that? Was that Cletus? Was that Cletus and cars though? That was something a long time ago. That car was fast. I think it went 7s. Yeah. It was really, really fast. You smell nice. Favorite quote from the squirrel episode. You smell nice. It's a good one. Yeah. You smell nice.
So you're gonna set up a vote thing for these quotes?
I don't know. I mean, like we got to go through them, and I mean these are giving me good ideas to go on. So it's like
that's something to do on Facebook.
It is.
They have the polls
actually okay. Building a Yugo, hell no. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean that would be interesting, but I mean I got you, but I mean what would the support be for a Yugo? It would be like nothing. And you'd have to get parts from the other side of the world. So that's definitely, it sounds interesting for YouTube stuff, but man, it doesn't seem like it'd be.
Is Norman drunk yet?
All right, here, I got something for you guys. We have I don't know, I want to do like a crazy build go-kart, and then I want to do some stuff with that too. So I mean, something that like if you guys were, you know, going on the side of the road and you're like, oh, there's a go-kart, and you want to be able to do something stupid with it, and anybody could do it, I think that would be awesome. So I mean, I just wanted to hear you guys' opinion on that. Please shave my face. My wife, chime in. Chill. Yeah. 1400cc go-kart. That's what I'm talking about. That'd be sick. Even if we did, yeah, that would be insane.
Yeah. See, Joseph, he said that the only cheap parts available drag car would be a Fox, a G body, a Vega, or a Monza.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think Foxes are going to be so much more to find. I mean, where would you even find a Vega or a Monza? You don't.
They're out there, and the G bodies. That's a lot of cars that fall under that.
K swaps are for girls. LS swaps are for real men. Go-kart with a boosted Prius engine. Oh man. Okay, so here, funny story here. Actually,
boosted smart car engine.
Okay, so I wish I was doing YouTube back when we did this. So I got a story regarding my buddy Keith's pit stop and regarding some gentleman that was a representative for some sort of automotive thing. I can't even remember who this guy was. We put nitrous on a Prius, and it may or may not have had rod knock after that, especially after drinking late night on the dyno and returned it back to the rental facility. I don't know anything more after that, but it was a lot of fun. I really wish I was into YouTube at that time. I wish I could have brought that story to you guys, but it was definitely fun. Open bottle, freaking
like
sprayed her down, ghetto fogged it. Yeah. I think I was running the dyno. I don't think I was the one fogging it, but then again, I don't remember.
Still sounds like an accomplice.
A Tesla motor on a go-kart, that would be stupendous. Yeah. Josh Miller, I think you know where we stand. Factory 5 kit would be cool, but it's not really a drag car. Agreed, 100%. Z28 Cavalier with an LS swap. I actually saw one on 1320 video recently. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was sick. It was definitely one of those Cavaliers you wouldn't want to mess around with. Get reliable before starting another project. We hear you, brother, and we're trying. RPM, again, reiterate a little bit, kind of where we're at there and stuff. So
on Frank, we just need to get with RPM and give them the go-ahead to send the transmission back with the output shaft. And
so
that'll upgrade us to a 31 spline.
We're in the process of it, guys. We are. And I mean, we really, it sucks getting stuck on certain things and then having to move to the next car in line. And unfortunately, that's the way that happens.
So this guy's talking, I've seen it a few times, a mid-engine Corvair C7 running gear. Now, what about our one customer, the Corvair, the LS3 in it? That's been front engined.
That's pretty wild, yeah. And that's gosh, you're
CD repair.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah. No, a Corvair would not make a good drag car. I don't. I mean, I guess I don't know.
Enough work.
I mean, I guess anything could be a good drag car if you put enough money in it. But again, we're trying to do this on the cheap, or at least spend really good money in certain areas and try and pinch pennies in others. Again, that's got its pros and cons. Dirty Panda, I've definitely seen you a lot on comments and stuff. Thank you very much. Can't wait to finally meet you. Need some Mopar help from you guys sometime getting ready for Texas 2K21 and LS swap a K car. That would be cool. Electric or gas go-kart? I'm a gas all the way guy, man. There is something about the two-stroke stuff that's like driving. If you guys ever in a go-kart that makes 50 wheel horsepower, that is a two-stroke that is set up like a real professional kart, it'll blow your mind. It feels like an 1100 wheel horsepower car. Now, a lot of the other smaller kart engines, you know, a standard shifter kart feels just like a you know, a 700 wheel horsepower car, like a 720S, like a McLaren 720S. So if you guys ever, you know, I love go-karting so much, and I would love to be able to share it with you guys. To me, that is the coolest thing ever, because it's like you can experience what hypercar feels like in a go-kart, and it's inexpensive. So freaking super awesome.
Here's a good one. What do you think the most simple stock vehicle to mod is? From Cody.
Most simple vehicle to mod. Man, I guess that
cheapest.
Okay, well, I guess that depends on. All right, so Cody Woodward, you got a question. In your most simple vehicle to mod, cheapest.
Probably like C6 Corvette.
I mean, yeah, the C6 or C6 Z06 is pretty cheap. I mean, again, I would say, hey, look, if you wanted to put a $3,000 cap on that, the CTSV, you gain the most. So basically, you could take a stock car, and for $3,000, you have a mid 10-second car, if that works for you. So very cool.
Are you going to do a 2J swap to anything?
I have no plans to do a 2J swap to anything. David James, thank you again for your donation. That's really, really cool. I do love the 2J, but
what about the?
It's not for me.
What about the GM straight 6?
Okay, yeah. I really
5 or 6.
It's a 6. It's a 6. So I really like GM's 4.2 liter, you know, laser engine and stuff, and I think somebody did something with that, and that's awesome. I really liked it, and if I continue with HV tuners, that'd be sick. But at the same time, it's like, would I really want to spend that much time doing that inline 6 when I could just do a 5.3 and make I don't know, 1.5 times the power of whatever that's going to make? So Penelope,
Favorite heads to port?
Oh, actually, we're going to do a video on that. Hell yeah. So hold on, let me get Penelope.
I mean, you can definitely get good quick gains on the LS7 heads. 243s cathedral ports, probably, you know, the most substantial gains.
Oh yes, big lady girl. She's so thick. She's thick, baby.
GMC Typhoon, Jeremy.
GMC Typhoon's an awesome platform, but again, very heavy and all that stuff. So we're kind of that's like so similar to Frank. It's kind of like, I don't know.
George was at a wedding this weekend, and I think he's probably just about got home by now.
Yeah, George should be home about now.
You're pretending a dog. You need to get that camera down. Look at that.
Yeah. All right. So like that's saliva on my kitchen table right there. All right.
What happened to my screen?
All right, guys. Let's do a couple more minutes of Ask Us Anything, and then we really need to go here. So been on for a while. Thank you guys so much for all of your, you know, throwing a few bucks at us here and there, because that definitely helps us out. Somebody asked, do you breed dogs for a business? I think my wife's dabbling around with the idea, and it is a major pain to breed dogs. It's a lot of work and a lot of sleep loss. It's like having a couple of kids and going back to having babies again. So it's not something I want to do. It's good to, you know, enjoy them and have them go home and stuff. But yeah, how about a Cavalier? First name, last name. God bless you too. Thank you very much. Coyote Swap and Eagle Talent. I like it. That would definitely piss off a very large amount of people. Very cool. Very cool. Not something I want to try and do, but I mean, I like the swap. Mr. Blackburn, start kicking them. Now we're trying to wrap up Frank and get this going, man.
Dirty Panda wants to know if you touch his 08 Tahoe hybrid.
The hybrids have like a totally different tuning stuff with them. I haven't
Really
looked.
supportive?
I don't know. Honestly, I think I tried to read my buddy's Escalade that was a hybrid, and I don't think I really got anywhere with that. So, Cornbird Mafia, LSA. Yeah, George has definitely been around a bunch. And I mean, that's kind of what we just said as far as what's the best to mod. The LSA is so hard to beat. 4BT swap of Jetta. gearhead. Hell yes, that is awesome. That would be an awesome swap. Guys, believe it or not, somebody that we used to dyno at did a 4BT and a 240, and he's right down the road here. So
I forgot about that car.
yeah. What's his name? It's Glenn. I forget it. As Gadarian or something like that.
Pontiac Aztec.
Oh,
surprisingly,
talk about fugly.
the shop next door to us. Somebody actually drives an Aztec there. You don't see them that often.
Which dog is my favorite? I'm probably, I don't know. I think Jericho's got the best heart. Norman's the best looking. I don't know. Dory's a pain in the butt, and Jess is a pain in the butt, and Joey's really cute. I don't know. Good question here. All right, let's see here. W16 a Pinto. How the hell would you get a W16 engine? What would be incredible to get?
Is it dog all pod drive? Peter, yes it is.
Cameron, no sir. I just like asking what's your favorite kid. You just can't answer that. Yeah, that's pretty much yeah. K-swap a Fiero, dude. That is something awesome. That awesome swap. Definitely don't know if I want to tackle that anytime soon. But yeah, very, very cool. LAZ, the Durango.
Yeah.
We need to see it.
The stock RT.
Yeah.
All-wheel drive.
Ripper. To me, I have such a hard time the fact that you're a Mopar guy and
not a Mopar guy though.
They're weird. Mopar guys are weird.
I should get another Magnum and I'll swap it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. How many dogs do we have? 7.
K-swap a Grand National. That's just wrong.
K-swap a Prius would be pretty cool, honestly. I think that would be cool. But I'd rather probably LS swap a Prius, to be honest.
He said K-swap a Grand National.
Yeah, I mean, that's like sacrilegious, you just can't do that. All right. Hemi in a Dodge Daytona. LS6 swap, the new president has.
V10 swap the Magnum or the Durango.
All right. Well, guys, I want to say thank you so much for your support. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us on your Sunday evening. So definitely want to try and do this a little bit more. Maybe you might do some during the week. Who knows?
Maybe not after I just rode 10 miles.
Yeah. LAZ is in his spandex. He's a little tired and cranky and stuff. But Amelia Hartford is swapping a Prius. That's pretty sick. Ah, man.
Beat you to it.
Beat to it. Dang it, man. That's a pretty cool swap though. 427 a Honda Civic. Yeah. Rusty, I don't think you're the Rusty Shackelford 17. But anyway, yeah. Thank you very much. Definitely glad you appreciate the content, guys. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us because that's awesome. Definitely means a lot to us. We're gonna have a whole bunch of stuff coming up this week, and look forward to Les Mullets and Fleetison cars because we got a lot of ground to cover between then. So yeah,
you gonna try and get Facebook going and get some polls on there?
Yeah. So guys, do check out our Facebook, please, and also follow us on Instagram because I mean sometimes we do some preview stuff of what we have, and I mean it's kind of like a preview of what videos are going to come out, and sometimes we just need to ask your opinions on some stuff. So very cool.
You guys seen the new shirts that are out?
Which?
The ones are just shipped out.
Oh, well, yeah, there aren't many left.
Pre-order shirts.
Yeah, our pre-order shirts are almost all gone. But anyway, thank you guys for all that support. So anyway, God bless you guys. We'll see you, well, next video or something. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us again. Clay Milliken, very cool, man. Very cool. All right, guys, have a good night.
Thanks.